outside with a breaking ball. Fastball right back to the mound. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Scoreless after one. Back now at Oriole Park. Now in for the Braves, Mike Yastrzemski. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
The 1-0. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. There's a swing and a drive. Ranging back.
That's
and
a
that's
foul
a foul ball. That clips the corner. And now it's filled up. Fair ball. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Ozzie.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Ball.
Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Here's a 2-0.
Be right.
No score here in the second. On the ground, could be two. The flip, there's one. Over to Alonso, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Breaking ball misses down and away. Two down, nobody on. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. And a 1-1. Fought off foul. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2, and into the box for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers. Chris Sale back to work. Just missed. On the ground, right side. Albies over to first in time, and quickly one away in the second.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser.
Off the plate.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. That's
Ball
inside. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And there's 2 down.
Batting 7, the designated hitter, Ryan.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. That one catches the zone. Strike one.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Chris Sale looking for that shutdown inning. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Eli White. And a foul ball.
Ball one.
Fouled off left side. Got him looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's the challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they've still got both their challenges. Just misses with that one. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. 1 out, base is empty. Mauricio Dubon, the next to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. 0-1 now. Foul ball there. Top of the third, no score. The 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a ground ball. Henderson. Throw to first in time.
Up next for Atlanta, the right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Ronald Acuna Jr. getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. Acuna, the former Rookie of the Year, 28 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
No, off the plate.
The other way, and he beats the shift. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher, Drake.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Step off throw to first.
Safe.
Acuna dives back in. Runner takes off. Pitch
Ball.
Outside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
The Braves looking to strike first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And
Ball
that one
3.
missing low. Matt Olson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Three-two. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here is Matt Olson. He reached out a walk his first time.
No.
2 aboard, 2 outs. In the air, left field. Ward running hard to get it. Pulls it in on the run. And that's the 3rd out. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Blaze Alexander. Ground ball left side, and that's a fair ball. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number
Kobe
16,
Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Mayo.
Ah!
Alexander gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one's in there. 0-2 now.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
1-2 here.
Ball 2.
Just misses there. Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. One down, runner at first. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Taylor Ward. Led off the game with a strikeout.
No, that's a ball. Ball
Just
2.
missed.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Good hitters count the 2-0. That one found hard the other way. Man at first, one away. On the ground.
That's a foul ball.
And it goes just foul. This one in the air, right field. And it falls. The throw to third. And he's out easily.
Boog, that's just a terrible decision to go for third right there. I mean, he was hosed by a lot. Not even close. You've got to be a little smarter than that on the base paths.
Gunnar Henderson will hit next. Fly to right his first time.
Ball 1.
The 1-0. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. That is the inning. On to the 4th, still scoreless. Start of the fourth. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Austin Riley. That one ripped left field. Carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot. The Braves score first. It's 1-0.
That's not an easy one to stop.
Hook one.
Yastrzemski stands in now and watches strike one.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
0-1. And that is out of play.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
And that's down and away.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Got him swinging. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He hit into a double play his first time up. Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next offering upstairs.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Alexander under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Atlanta, the center fielder, Michael Harris the second.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris the second. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher challenge, will take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. Bottom 4 and into the box for Baltimore, Pete Alonso.
Number 25, Pete Alonso.
That's
pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yastrzemski takes it in for the out. 1 down.
Up next for the Orioles,
Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Rutschman.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Now
Ball.
one missed. The Orioles trailing by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Line drive. Snags it on the run. And there's 2 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Beavers in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Orioles held in check there. They still trail 1-0. Back here in Baltimore, and now it's the Braves DH, Eli White.
Oh, no count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Oh, that hit him. Fires to first on the run.
Out of there.
Time. Got him. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. 0 for 1 so far. And first offering is fouled off. That one fouled off. That misses, and it's 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's Acuna now, 1 for 2. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Swings through that. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Tyler Wells preparing to come on if needed. Garcia getting loose as well. Dubon over at first with 1 away. Right through there for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Drake Baldwin digs in now. He is struck out and he is walked. In there for strike one. And that's downstairs and outside. Next offering is outside. Late on that fastball. That one almost got him.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Payoff pitch. Out to center. Cowser settles underneath it. And that is that. So one hit is all they get. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Braves 1 and the Orioles nothing. We head to the bottom of the fifth and into the box for Baltimore. Colton Cowser.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ball one there.
Ball two.
Next offering misses down and away.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
And ball four there. Tying run is on base.
Number 6, designated hitter, Ryan.
It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. And a payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. 3-2. Now a pop-up on the infield. Olsen under this one. And there's one down.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, Ryan.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1.
That's a ball. Ball.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. And right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. Home half of the 5th inning moving along. 2 quick outs.
Up next for the Orioles, the second baseman, Blaze.
And here is Blaze Alexander. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Two down, nobody on. Line drive, base hit, right field. And the tying run is on base.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Number 16,
Kobe Mayo, the next to hit.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because He's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
No. Ball 2. He rides.
Alexander off of first with 2 away. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. This to center field. Harris racing after it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Braves 1 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Tyler Wells.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt Olson.
You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 2. Liner caught at second.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here is Austin Riley. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
That one outside. Ball 1. Wells, in his 5th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter, and he occasionally uses a curve. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges.
Ball 2.
That one ripped left field. Carrying well. Out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. Mike Yastrzemski, the 2nd MLB Yaz, steps in. Down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Outside, ball.
Missed. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. Two down, base is empty. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
Ball one.
Two down, nobody on.
No.
And there's a ball. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across, and we're the top half of the 6th. Got him. That's out number 3. Braves get 1 on the big fly. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Taylor Ward.
Number 3, Taylor Ward.
Swings here and blasts one left field, and it's into the gap. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. The tag, and they cut him down, going for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Now here is Gunnar Henderson.
No.
The lefty, the 1-0. And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Here's a 3-0. Swinging a foul straight back. The 3-1. Swinging a ground ball and foul ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. Henderson thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Next pitch is outside. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic. Top of inning number 7. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second.
Ball.
Movement in the bullpen. Kyle Bradish, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Garcia also getting ready. And that's in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swings through that one. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. That gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Next to hit, Eli White. Harris gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out looking. Now it's going to be Mauricio Dubon. Runner on the go. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-1. And a big swing and a miss. Fights it off. He'll see another. The shortstop takes the ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
In the dirt, squirts away from Rutschman. And the runner holds. Two now. Outside.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Runner goes again. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk. And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. 1 for 3.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Two on, 1 out. Right through there for a strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Way high.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Pitch misses. 2-2. Upstairs. Drake Baldwin on deck for Atlanta. Three and 2. Payoff pitch.
Ball 4,
and they're
inside.
all loaded up.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher, Drake.
Here's the catcher to hit. Drake Baldwin. Golden opportunity right here.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, He could bust this game wide open.
Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. And a 1-0.
Ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
2-0.
Pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add on. It's 6-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Well, a great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple. So stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Tyler Wells departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Coming out for the Orioles, Kyle Bradish.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
1 down. Matt Olson up to the plate.
Ha!
The 0-1. To the right side. Can't glove it cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here's Austin Riley looking for his 3rd home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his 2nd of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris.
Ball.
And another ball. Fouled off left side. And the next pitch is way outside. That one catches the corner for a strike. Riley not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And the strike call will stand. Still 1 challenge left for them. 4 runs already in the frame here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Yastrzemski, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The 1-2. Hit on the ground to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. The lead has exploded to a half dozen. Major League Baseball is on the show. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Do you collect baseball cards?
So it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Yoel Payams, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Wentz, a left-hander, also throwing. The Braves up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Yep.
So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
The center fielder, Colton.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the batter now, Colton Cowser.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Ball.
Falling behind 2-1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. This is Orioles baseball on the show Mid-Atlantic. Ready to begin the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ozzie Albies.
That's a ball.
And that one almost got him. The 2-1.
2.
And they'll do it again. Good eye in that
that's
spot.
a ball.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for Atlanta, the center fielder, Michael Harris II.
Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves.
Ha!
Next
Ball
offering
1.
is down low. And that's ball 1. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter,
Eli White getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Ball. Ball 2.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Two down, nobody on. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Now pitching for the
Back
Braves.
now, new pitcher on the
Number
mound as we roll
34,
into the bottom of the 8th. Yoel
Payamps.
Payamps. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Leading off, Ryan Mountcastle.
For the Orioles, the designated hitter, Ryan Mountcastle.
And first offering is fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Alexander
Ball, no.
in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Ian Hamilton, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. This to third. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Orioles, the third baseman, number 60, Kobe.
Two down, base is empty.
Mayo.
Kobe Mayo now at the plate. First
Ball.
pitch misses.
Ball, no.
Just
Ball.
missed. Upstairs, and that is ball 4. So back to the top of the order. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Taylor Ward.
And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball there. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. And the Orioles lead 1. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. We go to the
Leading off for
9th.
the Braves,
Now in
the
for the
shortstop,
Braves, Mauricio Dubon. That's in there. Strike one.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. Good eye right
outside.
there.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. In the air, left field. Ward running hard to get it. Drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. And the ninth inning starts with a double. Well, wore him down after an extended plate appearance. It ends with a knock.
At that point in at bat for a hitter, when you've seen that many pitches, you've gotten a look, you've fouled off pitches, so the confidence level is extremely high, and it seems like when you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Here's Acuna. And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the ninth. And it's fouled away. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. He's already homered in this game. Dubon leads off second with one gone in the inning. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
One out, runner at second. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second.
Ball one.
Swing, and he popped it up. Out number 2.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here comes Austin Riley. Misses
Ball one.
outside. Ball one. Chopped to third. And the inning is over. A run on 2 hits, and they leave one. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. Atlanta leads it 7-0. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic. Bottom of the ninth. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Ball.
When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Orioles, the first baseman.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
Outside.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Payamps goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
No.
A little bit low. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
That one the other way.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. Missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Henderson leads off first with 1 away. Stays alive. Grounds 1 to short. Dubon quickly to second for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Safe.
Up next for the Orioles, the right fielder, number 12.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Yoel Payamps done for the night, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
New
Atlanta,
pitcher for the Braves, Ian Hamilton.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
So they're down to their final out. Digging in, Dylan Beavers. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And a rope into center field, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Two on, 2 outs.
Drive.
They're down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.